Welcome to Brittny's Archive of Curiosity, where the darkest truths lie just beneath the surface. Today, we're exploring the most sinister cults in history, groups that promised salvation but delivered horror. These are stories of manipulation, mind control, and mass tragedy. This isn't just history, it's a haunting reminder of what blind faith and power can do. Brace yourself. This one's not for the faint-hearted. Our journey begins in the depths of the Guyanese jungle, where over 900 followers of Reverend Jim Jones met a horrifying end. Known as Jonestown, this so-called paradise became a mass grave on November 18, 1978. Jim Jones, a charismatic preacher, promised equality and utopia, but beneath his facade of compassion lay a manipulative, paranoid dictator. He convinced his followers that the outside world was evil, and that salvation could only be achieved through death. "Drink the flavor aid," he commanded. Laced with cyanide, it became the last drink for hundreds, including children. To this day, Jonestown remains the largest mass casualty event in modern history. But was it really, or murder? Next, we venture into the bizarre realm of extraterrestrial salvation. Heaven's Gate was led by Marshall Applewhite, who preached that a spaceship trailing the Hale-Bopp comet would carry their souls to a higher existence. In March 1997, 39 members voluntarily exited their vehicles, their earthly bodies, by consuming a lethal mix of phenobarbital and vodka. Dressed identically in black tracksuits and Nike sneakers, they left behind haunting farewell videos, calmly explaining their journey to the next level. Applewhite's chilling gaze and hypnotic voice convinced his followers that death was merely a doorway. But was it enlightenment or mass delusion? In 1995, Tokyo's bustling subway system became a living nightmare. Members of Aum Shinrikyo, led by Shoko Asahara, released sarin gas, killing 13 and injuring thousands. A self-proclaimed messiah, Asahara combined apocalyptic prophecies with twisted science fiction. His cult wasn't just about spiritual awakening, it was about world domination. Aum Shinrikyo stockpiled chemical weapons, experimented on followers, and even plotted political assassinations. The attack on Tokyo was meant to trigger Armageddon, but it only exposed the depths of Asahara's madness. How did an unassuming yoga instructor become one of history's deadliest cult leaders? Charles Manson didn't just brainwash his followers, he turned them into murderers. In 1969, under his command, they brutally slaughtered actress Sharon Tate and 7 others, sparking fear across America. Manson believed in helter-skelter, a race war he claimed was prophesied by the Beatles' White Album. He convinced his followers they would emerge as rulers of the post-apocalyptic world. Through LSD-fueled sermons, he manipulated young, vulnerable minds, transforming them into his personal army. But was Manson a madman or a master manipulator? A doomsday cult disguised as a secret society. The Order of the Solar Temple claimed to preserve ancient wisdom, but behind closed doors it practiced ritualistic murder-suicides. In 1994, 53 members were found dead across Switzerland and Canada, their bodies arranged in ceremonial circles, dressed in ceremonial robes. The leaders, Joseph DeMambro and Luc Jouret, convinced followers they would be reborn on a distant star. This wasn't just a mass ritual. Evidence suggests some were murdered for attempting to leave. Was it faith or fanaticism? Founded by David Berg in the late 1960s, Children of God preached free love. But behind its hippie facade was a sinister system of exploitation. Members were encouraged to use love to recruit new followers, a practice called flirty fishing. Even children were subjected to abuse under the guise of divine love. Berg's twisted theology manipulated scripture to justify his actions, creating a cycle of trauma for generations. Survivors still grapple with the scars of a stolen childhood. And finally, we delve into NXIVM, a self-help organization that spiraled into a modern-day cult of manipulation and control. Led by Keith Raniere, who branded women with his initials and coerced them into master-slave relationships, NXIVM masqueraded as female empowerment. Celebrities, heiresses, and powerful elites were entangled in Ranier's web of psychological manipulation. The shocking revelations of blackmail, forced labor, and branding exposed a world of abuse hiding in plain sight. How did so many intelligent, successful people fall under his spell? It's a reminder that even today, the most horrifying cults might be hiding behind masks of self-improvement and success. These stories are more than just nightmares. They're cautionary tales. They show us the dangers of blind faith, the power of charisma, and the darkness that can hide behind promises of salvation. If there's one lesson to learn from these cults, it's that the human mind is the most dangerous weapon of all. Stay curious, but never stop questioning. Until next time, this is Brittany's Archive of Curiosity, signing off.